the truth. It's the truth. It's the true kind of love. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the true kind of love.
The final episode of Future doesn't really need to be changed. Every single bit of it is perfect, and it didn't have the problems involving the last episodes when it comes to before and after. I didn't say a lot when I combined the final 4 episodes of Future to compare it to Change Your Mind. And for how old this episode was when I made that video, looking back at it now and how we didn't get any Steven Universe content as of late, this episode's way of finishing off with the characters while wrapping everything up feels a lot more natural, to the point that I can say for a fact that this is even better than I Am My Monster, but in a different point of view that made me see of how everything is wrapping up. Because the premise is that Steven told the Gems that he's gonna be moving out to go to different states, and there was no reactions that he got from the Crystal Gems. Well, mainly Garnet, Pearl, and Amethyst, since they're the main ones. They were only keeping it together, and to tell you the truth, the Cookie Cat song that they song, which is a reference from the very first episode, really sums up that they really wanted this insert Cookie Cat song sung by the Crystal Gems, mostly important if you look into the context behind the characters in this episode. When I first experience these interactions, I always get the impression that this is just focusing on Steven's goodbye and nothing more, but revisiting it, it made me see that the Crystal Gems are trying to keep it together, since, to be real, they're experiencing the other character's future with a goodbye that could be their final goodbye. The one scene involving Jasper is weirdly sorted out, considering that Jasper is in Little Homeworld with little explanation onto why, considering she wants to have another battle with Steven, but it's literally the only glaring thing that I have for the episode, because the rest of the episode is the highlight. Steven is gonna go to different locations while trying to improve himself as a human in order to move forward with his future. And for how I see this entire episode play out, made me understand the point of view of Steven a lot more when he's literally trying to make the best for his own decisions. After saving the world multiple times, not to mention galaxy multiple times, or universe, and this leads to the decision that he has to make in order to make things better for himself, defies his future, which made me see the title of this final episode more accurate and more meaning. I really wanted to see people's reaction when they see Steven giving gifts to multiple people while leaving Beach City and possibly never returning. He has nothing to accomplish if he does stay. So when he made the choice, I can fully see that he wants to accomplish something that he didn't do as part human. So this gave me the inspiration of my Steven Universe of the Quake fanfic, where he drives to Hecaton and he experiences the Quake and Quake's character. And before you ask, I am fully aware that in the Quake universe, the Steven Universe is a show in that, and I learned that when I posted the first chapters, but to tell you the truth, what else can you make a story that centers around creators who were working on this show that ended up creating their own show later on? Oh wait, that's OKKO. I made a Christmas story centering around Steven Universe and OKKO back in 2022, so my statement is still correct, just not on Craig of the Creek. The ending really hits the feels so much that you would really can't imagine how any other show would replicate this unless if they did it before, but try to have it the same emotions as what this episode did. It has everything that really makes a separation involving characters really impactful when it comes to Steven's relationship with Paul, Garnet, and Amethyst. And since that we never knew what the Crystal Gems do after this episode, is honestly a good mystery, since that we don't know what happens to Steven after this. The song Being Human is what makes this ending much more heartwarming, while I feel that it ends off the way it should be, and how the same emotions are still there the moment I saw it for the first time. Now, yes, I did saw clips of this, and I did saw the ending of this episode, but I'm not gonna lie. During my first binge watch, by wrapping everything up, I got the emotions that I was done binge watching this show thanks to this song. It feels it won't be able to top the songs of Change Your Mind or the finale of the film. So for how it's structured when it comes to this song in mind, this ended up becoming the better finale in comparison to Change Your Mind's finale and the film's final minutes. That's how much I really enjoy the execution in this, and how this finale really comes straight to the heart. Especially since that September was the exact month that I wrapped up my binge watch of Steven Universe, and here we are in the same month, with today being the final day of summer, to wrap it up with this episode, with this song in mind. And with this being my second binge watch while wrapping this marathon up with this episode, believe me, revisiting episodes that I skipped to make the miscellaneous video is what makes this a lot more impactful for me. Because if it wasn't for that miscellaneous video, then this wouldn't be as satisfying as I thought it would be. I made it to the finish line with 100 plus videos involving Steven Universe, and we come to here, well, it all concludes. I'm giving this episode a 9.5 out of 10. So that's it. After many years of planning on doing the month/marathon of Steven Universe, I finally did a marathon of Steven Universe. What a summer it has been for all of us. I started making videos of this marathon last year, just after the 4th Summerpalooza, because I was so concerned on getting everything done in time that this became my new obsession over the last several months while making these videos, to the point that I ended up making sacrifices when it comes to my schedule. But at the end of the season, it was totally worth it for me to finally upload a video per day in all of the days of summer, even though I had to do double uploads in June, July, and one day from August and September. But at the same time, I did what I could in order to get what I need to make this marathon a reality. And I really hope that Steven Universe does return when it comes to the revival of these characters and Steven himself. I mean, with other Cartoon Network shows that ended up returning after they came to an end, mainly from Adventure Time, I'm actually looking forward to Steven Universe if Cartoon Network makes an announcement out of it. Even if they're not the same like they were due to the circumstances right now, I'm still certain that Steven Universe would have a revival without anything in the way. But then again, we don't want to jinx that. But as for me, I'm gonna be taking a break after so many uploads from this and sending them to different websites to have more people watch them. I've went through so much for this marathon to the point that once we reached to the end, it was totally worth it, and my satisfaction is to heal after the many uploads from Steven Universe Marathon. I'm Lonely Fanboy 48 here, and this has been Summerpalooza 5 Steven Universe Marathon.
You